Welcome back. We're looking at the well-living workplace, and what I'm going to do is drop down now into what does well-living workplace mean. And then I have a really great story that I'd like to share with you about how I came to that term and how it's unfolding for me around the world. And what we need to do is take a look at the concept of well-living workplace, and let's go the opposite direction. So a well-living workplace is a place of work where people live and work well together. So actually in the phrase is its meaning. What I'm going to do is just share with you a definition of the word work that comes from David Whyte. He's a poet from the United States. And it's from his book, Crossing the Unknown Sea, Work as a Pilgrimage of Identity. And I've always just really enjoyed this definition. And what he says is, work, an opportunity for discovering and shaping the place where the self meets the world. I think you would agree that it's an awesome way in which to look at this term work. So for me, when I came to understand what the meaning of this term is, happened to me in 1987 when I was in a road in Uganda in Eastern Africa. And we stopped at a roadblock, and a soldier walked up to the window and stuck a gun in the window and sort of stuck it up my nose, actually. And I'm sort of sitting there thinking, is the safety on? So I'm moving the gun barrel away from me, and the soldier's talking to my driver, and the gun would come back in front of my face, and I'd move it away, and then the gun started to actually wobble, and I'm going, well, what's going on? So I'm pushing it. I'm attempting to answer the questions. I'm listening to the other soldiers laughing. You can just imagine all these things that are happening at this point in time. And eventually the soldier sort of said to my driver, okay, it's time to go. And we're driving away. And I asked my driver, I said, how old is that person? And he said, she's about 14. And what I recognized was I was in her workplace. And here this young woman had a machine gun stuck up someone's nose, and I swore at that point in time that what I would do is I would help to create workplaces where people would not have to stick guns up people's noses, and to help young people live a life where they did not have to take up the option of fighting in wars. So that's what I committed to, and what I did was I called it the well-living workplace. This notion of a place of work where you live and work well together. And that spurred me on to write books, to offer workshops, to do the kind of activities that are summarized in a sense in this video series that you're watching now. So I thought it would be important so you could hear my story of how I came to understand the well-living workplace. Now, this well-living workplace is a place where you come to know yourself as well. I think, again, back to this definition of work that David Whyte had shared, an opportunity for discovering and shaping the place where the self meets the world. And we have to understand that work, in its broadest sense, includes just about anything where you are actually learning about yourself and being in service to others. So there are times when you might go, well, what's mowing the lawn got to do? Is that work? And in a sense it is, because some people get paid for it, others need to do that to keep the yard clean. There's moms who are taking care of little ones. There's a sense of work that goes with that. And then there's the work where you go down to the office. So workplace is a very wide understanding. And when you're in your next 50, into your second 50, you have a whole gambit of ways of looking at work as it fits into your life. Now, the other thing that's really important about the well-living workplace, and I really love this part of it, it's a journey. And you get to meet some great characters that are interacting with you all the time. Because each day it's almost like, wow, I never met this person before, and I get to meet them. And maybe as someone you met a couple of weeks ago returns in. It's this journey that's just, I always use the word awesome, and you'll probably hear it through the video series that describes this journey that we're on. So I hope that gives you a bit of a grounding, a little bit of a deeper dive into the term of well-living workplace, so you might understand the characteristics that I'd chat with you about a little bit later. So with that, what we're going to do is move into the next video, which is about mission, vision, and values, because those are important concepts to have in the well living workplace as well.